Why do I keep delving into a southern accent? Hey, what's up guys, it's Steph, and today we are going to be talking about the book that I didn't talk too highly of in my May wrap-up, so if you want to watch that, be in the link down below. And that is Daughters Unto Devils by Amy Lugovics. This one, oh boy, it is 231 pages of wow, and not in the good way. So this book takes place in a time that it doesn't really say when it is, but it's early in like the phase of time when people settled places, and that's it. We're settling and we can move, and there's houses in the prairie and there's houses in the mountains, but there's no like electricity and stuff. Oh boy, pioneer days. Our party starts out in the mountains, where they non-stop talk about how bad last winter was, but refuse to tell us what happened last winter. So that's a cool way to start. I get you're trying to foreshadow for later, but it gets irritating after a while. Our main character is Amanda, and in the very first chapter, we learn that she is with child. Her baby sister was born last year, and her baby sister is blind and deaf, and she constantly wishes death upon her baby sister. So that's also fun. Might I also mention she is with child because she has done the sin of laying with the milk boy 8 times. It is a sin and she shouldn't have done it, but she was rebelling, and now she is with child. It's one of those ones where they're very religious, but then they just never kind of bring up the religious context until right around the time the demons are coming in, but we'll get to that. So in the mountains, they have to endure really rough winters, and last winter was very rough. So, with the winter coming up, they hear it's going to be even worse. So the family decides to pack up town and move to the prairie because the father has been given a map that tells him there are abandoned houses out on the prairie, and if you go out there, you can just claim one of those abandoned cabins, and you'll be good, my dude. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. It doesn't even say that they're southern. So yeah, they go to the prairie, and they discover a couple cabins. The first one, too small. Second one, too hot, too warm. They get to the third one, or like the last one. They're like, you know what, this is it. We're done. We're not moving anymore. This is fine. Everything is fine. They stop outside. It's big. It looks nice. They go to look inside. The inside is covered in blood and torn up. But when the dad goes to look at it, he's like, yes, I want to raise my kids here. Like, nope, we're not moving anymore. This is fine. I'll peel off the blood. I'll paint over it. I'll make a new floor. It'll be fine. And I was like, honey, the blood. And he's like, shut up. This is old times. And what the man says goes. So for about a week, they sleep outside while the interior of the cabin is being redone. Because, you know, just take all the blood off and it's fine. It's like crime scene investigation. We'll just resell it with some new paint. A lot of air fresheners, it'll be fine. While they're outside, they discover that there is a well in the back of the house. They're like, hell yeah, we have water, whoop whoop. There may be blood inside and we can't go in for a while because it stinks, but we have water. They also meet a neighbor boy. I say neighbor boy because he lives off in the trees, like way in the distance. There's like a forest and he lives way out there, but he comes to their place to get water. Okay. And Ezekiel starts taking up with Amanda's sister Emily, which Amanda is honest kind of jealous of because her man ditched her when he found out she was with child, and she still hasn't told her family that she is with child, and kind of starting to show. So somehow they don't notice that her stomach's getting bigger despite them not having full meals every night. But you know, pioneer days. So Amanda's kind of snooty to this boy and trying to point out that, like, you know, he's bad news, he's doing stuff he's not saying. Why does he come out here for water when I'm sure there's creeks in the forest? Like, what is this BS? But everyone's like, Amanda, calm your tits. So while they're outside, sleeping, Amanda thinks she can hear a baby crying. But of course there's no babies there except her little sister, and her little sister for once isn't crying. And as her arm is reached out and she's sleeping, she feels a tiny touch. But she ignores it, it's nothing, it's just the wind, it's the prairie, nothing to see here. Eventually, we get inside the cabin, and it's big and spacious for this whole family of Ma, Dad, Emily, Amanda, and her 2 younger siblings whose names I can't remember, plus the one baby whose name is Hannah. We're inside, we're a happy family for a bit because we finally are in our homestead. We're going to survive the winter because it's kind of hot here, and we're going to be good. Amanda, however, keeps having restless nights. She keeps hearing things, and she goes outside and she sees like a little baby. And she's like, oh dear God, and goes back inside like, no, 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 no. Eventually Amanda comes to terms like, yes, I'm going to have a child. You know what, I'm going to need to know how to work with a child, how to raise a child, all that. So she starts trying to care for her younger sister Hannah, who, may I remind you, she wished dead and prayed to die. But now we're going to use her to get used to babies. Amanda discovers that Hannah actually really loves her, and because she is blind and deaf, she uses kind of like feels on her face and like how she like kind of reaches out and grips things. She's starting to understand Hannah better, and that helps the family understand Hannah better, which is a good thing. But of course, it's a book about demons, Jim. What are we gonna do? It's not gonna end up being a good thing. That very night, Amanda wakes up to very bad pains. She goes outside and realizes there is blood coming from her, and she has lost her baby. Now, I get that we're supposed to feel bad for Amanda at this point, but she has been wishing her baby sister dead, and there are points where she's like, you know what, I wish I wasn't with child. I wish this kid, like, she doesn't refer to it as hers, she just refers to it as this kid. She doesn't want to refer to it as hers, was gone, and she gets her wish, which is very bad and very morbid to say, but she got her wish, and now she regrets it. And you shouldn't have been praying for it, my dude. Now she loses the baby, and she doesn't want anything to do with Hannah, who has grown very attached, being that Hannah is the first, or Amanda is the only one who's really held her, other than their mother, and the mother is trying to get stuff done, so Hannah is just kind of being like, she's being left aside, and she's just like, I want someone to hold me. Where's Amanda? Where's my dude? It takes a while, but Amanda eventually, like, picks her up again. And there's this weird thing where, like, her eyes are all white. The baby, her eyes go all white, and she's like, yeah, goes away and, like, tries to run into the fire, which is fun. Mom scoops the baby up, yells at Amanda, says it's Amanda's fault. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You were just gonna let her wander into the fire. And then the dad's like, leave her alone. She's just as shocked as you are. Baby screamed at her and started going for the fire. That's the end of that. And the mom apologizes at dinner, and we eat dinner and have a good time. Then comes the nighttime. I'm not sure if it's that same night or later, but we hear the baby start to scream. Not its usual, not usual baby screams, but like, I'm in severe pain and I'm dying screams. We turn on the lights, and baby Hannah is covered in red ants in her crib. Yikes. So they do everything they can to get the ants off. They dunk her in the sink in water, and wouldn't you know, Zeke's dad is actually a doctor, so if they take the baby out into the spooky woods at the edge of the prairie, we can save her. So the dad takes the baby, he runs off. A few days later, they haven't heard anything from either of them. Any of them. Anyone at all. They haven't heard anything. The dad said he would return by morning to give them news, and a few days later, there's still nothing. Meanwhile, the mom is losing her mind. She's slowly going insane, doing the rocking in her chair thing. And then she's like, your dad isn't back yet. I'm going to get dinner. Picks up the shotgun and leaves. And they also note here that the mom hated hunting. She did not like hunting herself. And the last time she did it, she said she would never touch a shotgun again. So there's some foreshadowing for you. She comes back, and she has some rabbits. They heard her shoot them, and she prepares them, and then she tells them, come inside for some apple pie. Red flag. The apple pie is actually rabbit intestine pie, which I don't think was fully cooked, but she presented it to them, all for the children to eat. The 4 children that were left. And when they're kind of like, no thanks, Ma, she's like, you ungrateful little bastards, get out of my house. I don't think you'll eat dinner tonight or tomorrow or ever eat again. So go outside and leave this place. Ooh, that's not very mother-like. So they go out, and Amanda is left in there kind of stunned that her mother is acting this way. And then her mother kind of turns to her and she's like, like, starts like spewing all this like, I'm not your mother, I'm the devil's demons. Starts calling Amanda a sinner. And she talks about how that demon tried to get into Amanda first, but oh no, she couldn't get in there. She was already a sinner. Although her mother was sad, and that's the way to let demons in, Jim. Then we get some more guilt going in at Amanda, being like, you're a sinner, you prayed for those babies to die, and look what happened. Look what happened. You prayed for this, yet you wonder what's wrong with you. She talks about Amanda's baby that she loses and how it would have been a girl and it would have hated her guts. Which is what every mother wants to know, especially one that lost their child. Demons. They're such enjoyable company. And then here's one of the last things it says to Amanda. It says, that wasn't me who collected your baby slime into my earth, it finishes. Oh no, dearie, that was God. Now we're bringing in, like, yep, the demons are here, but you know who's bad too? Him up there, but we're all gonna mess with you because you're a sinner. Sin, 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 sin. I have no idea where that cut off, so I'm just going to repeat myself and see what happens in editing. I don't remember the song that was called that they were singing when they were uncomfortable and they felt like mom was going to hurt them. I don't know, the whole thing with the demon saying he couldn't possess Amanda because she had the devil in her all along. Because for some reason in the woods the devil saw her and then she was possessed, I guess, throughout the whole book and still is. She has demons inside of her. I don't know. But the song she heard while the other children were soundly asleep was the fiddle playing Come Home, or Come Holy Ghost. And that is the song they told the children to sing when they felt threatened by the mother. And now the demons know that that's the song. And the demons are using it to trick them. And I guess they're going to die in the cabin in the woods because you never go to a cabin in the woods in a horror novel. What is wrong with you people? But there we go. That is Daughters Unto Devils by Amy Lukovics. I don't know. This book was kinda... It was okay, I guess. It wasn't anything fantastic. I would have liked more explanation as to the demons and what was kind of going on and more kind of foreshadowing of the demons coming in, the demons. I would have liked some more mischief with the demons as well because there wasn't much. There was, you know, where like there's a baby crying and something's touching her and then seeing some things at night. But then it went straight like 0 to 100 with that, and then we jumped to the baby being covered in ants and then the mother getting possessed by a demon and then force-feeding them rabbit parts and kicking them out and then trying to murder them. Yeah. I wish there had been more of a build-up. I wish there had been... I think this could have used another... See, this has 231 pages, so if we could have just made it to 300 pages, I think that would have benefited the book to have more explanation. More, just a bit more. I don't know, this book, I read it in one sitting. It was wow. It's really easy to get through if you're looking for a book to get through. I just don't know how entertaining it's gonna be because it walked the line of just not really being there and then, whoa, this is kind of entertaining, and then what's happening? I don't understand what's happening. So there's that. If you do end up reading this book or you have read this book, let me know your thoughts down in the comments because, oh boy, I don't know. I just kind of want to meme on it. Like, the whole thing just reminds me of that one Vine where that's like, so what happened in this house? The family was murdered. I want to raise my kids here. It's just wow. Wow. So there's that. I guess it's a book. It isn't the worst thing I've ever read, but it's far from the best thing I've ever read. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you want to check out another book review, I'll leave it for you right here. If you want to check out my last video, I'll leave it for you right here. I'll actually leave my May wrap-up so that you can see me talk about this a little bit more, just in case you haven't gotten your fill of the demons yet. If you want to subscribe, my face will be right here, as well as the button down below. You can hit the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos on Mondays and Fridays. And that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you have a lovely day / night, and I'll see you later. Bye.